What's going on, guys? We're here to talk about the all-new Sigma 10 to 18mm f2.8 DCDN lens for the Sony E-mount, L-mount Alliance, Sigma FPL here, and the Fujifilm X-mount. Now, I've been testing this lens for the past few days. I've tried it with video and I've tried it with photography. I've got some thoughts on this lens, some good and some not so good. So let's get down to talking about it right now. By the way, I'm not paid or sponsored for this video. My thoughts and my thoughts only. Big thanks to Sigma Singapore for allowing me to test drive the lenses, though. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get down to the nuts and bolts of this. They're claiming it to be the smallest and lightest APS-C zoom lens on the market. I'm not going to argue with them. Coming in at 260 grams thereabouts. It is very compact. It is very lightweight. It is a contemporary lens. So it has much more of that kind of plastic feel to the build. It's not a cheap lens, but it doesn't have that same build as the art lenses or the I-series lenses or even the sports lenses for that matter. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's all about the optics. And I'm going to tell you, for video, I think a lot of you out there who are going to use this for vlogging, you're going to be very happy with this. I mean, if you're going to convert it to full frame equivalent, it's, I think 10 millimeters is about 15 millimeters and 18 is about 22, 24 thereabouts. So it's a kind of a nice range to be in. Now, I tried this on my friend's Sony ZV-E1 for vlogging. And if you're not going to crop in using, let's say, the dynamic active stabilization or even active stabilization for that matter, you might find these black borders going around your frame. Again, that is a 12 megapixel sensor. And when you crop in, you are going to lose a little bit of resolution. So I would highly recommend using this, let's say, on the new A6700, the FX30, for example, or A6600, or another APS-C camera system that has more than 12 megapixels for a sensor. So at least you can sort of maximize it when it does crop in. When it comes to the L-mount Alliance, we've got more limitations in terms of video because there is no APS-C camera for video in the L-mount Alliance as of yet. Of course, you can use the full frame versions out there, the Lumix S5 II, S5 IIX, like SL2, SL2S, for example, the Sigma FP, FPL, but these are all full frame camera systems. Now, I did try for photography on the FPL because it is 60 megapixels. I thought, look, even if you crop in, you're still getting a lot of resolution there. And I'm going to tell you, the images out of it look good, but there is a but to this, and I'll talk about that in a second. When you get to the Fujifilm X-mount system, you are going to have a little bit more leeway because that is an APS system, and this is going to sit in really nice with their cameras there. It is lightweight, it is compact, so if you can use it, let's say, on an XC4 or XC2, XC3, XT5, XT4, you're going to be very happy with the performance of this lens in terms of how it renders. Now, the key notes to know about this lens: it is sharp in the center, it is soft on the edges. Even when you stop down, you're going to notice a little bit of softening on the edges. It is not a deal breaker because when you're going this wide angle on a lens like this, you expect that there's going to be a little bit of softness in the edges. Chromatic aberration is well controlled for the most part. I mean, you're going to see a little bit of fringing here and there, but again, a lot of this is corrected in camera. You can correct it in Lightroom or Capture One or whatever software you're using. So it's not really a deal breaker in that way. But I would say that this lens is going to really... it's going to strike a chord for vloggers out there who want to create content. Like I'm trying to get more into vlogging myself. I got to get out of this studio because it's a little bit tiresome to be in here all the time. But when I do get out of the studio, I did try it for vlogging and I liked it. The autofocus is quick. I had no issues with it sticking to me on eye tracking, especially with the Sony systems out there, ZV-E1, A7R5. All the new AI algorithm that Sony's got in their autofocusing, it just sticks on like glue, and this lens performs beautifully on that. So in terms of design, there are some new attributes to this lens that are worth talking about. Case in point, there's a new hood design to this. Now, I didn't have a problem with the previous hood design, but I guess Sigma wanted to make it easier for people, so now they allow you just to pull it off and literally just push it back on. It's that simple. It is a plastic hood, and it just kind of locks into place, so you don't have to twist and lock. Always double check your hoods because you don't want to lose them because they can be quite pricey. I mean, for Sigma, it's not too bad, but it's something to keep note of. Outside of that, it's like I said, it is a small compact lens. Let me just take it off the FPL so you can actually see how compact it is. This is it. Very, very, very tiny little baby lens. It is the sister to the 18 to 50 f2.8 DCDN lens, by the way, in case you're wondering. But one of the cool attributes of this lens is actually how close you can focus on a subject. You can get really, really close. I'm going to give you an example of it right now. So now we've got Canon Optimus Prime here. This is the Canon R5, which was a collaboration with Transformers, which transforms into Optimus Prime or goes back to an R5 thereabouts. So kind of a cool toy. Anyway, I'm going to show you how close I can get with this lens. Let me take the lens hood off so you can actually see how close I get to the front element of this thing. It is pretty impressive. And I'm just going to come in on here and that's it. It's focused. Let me try to go on an angle real quick so you can actually see how close I get onto this. That's it right there. It is very, very close. I'll actually put the exact number here, how close you can get to it, but it is impressive nonetheless. Thank you, Optimus. Much appreciated for the demonstration. And yeah, so overall, you've seen some images throughout this video in terms of the image quality. It's a nice little lens for the price point. I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about it. There's nothing wow to say about it, but I think it's going to serve a purpose for a lot of content creators out there, videographers, vloggers out there, and somebody that wants a wide angle zoom lens that doesn't want to break the bank. This lens is going to be one to consider. And especially if you have the 18 to 50 and you want something wider, just get these two lenses and you're going to be good to go in your kit. But the big announcement, of course, was the development of the all-new 70 to 200 f2.8, a lens everybody has been waiting for Sigma to release to the market, myself included, and that's going to be coming soon, and I'm excited for that, and I think Sigma is going to knock it out of the park with that. I mean, this is a lens that's going to have some stiff competition from Sony, from Panasonic with the Lumix 70 to 200 f2.8, from other mounts out there if they're going to get into the Z mount. I mean, there's a lot of competition. So how will this Sigma one fare? I don't know, but I am excited to get it in my hands. Hopefully I do get it in my hands in the coming days or weeks. I don't know. They haven't told me, but when I do, I will be making a video on that for sure. Video and photography to show you guys how it performs. Anyway, those are my thoughts here on the all-new Sigma 10 to 18 DCDN lens for the Sony E-mount, L-mount Alliance, and Fujifilm X-mount. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you looking to pick this up? Do you have any questions you'd like me to answer for you? I'll try to do that for you. And if you can't, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. More content coming your way. Thanks again for the support, guys. Greatly appreciate it, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.